All righty. So, welcome everyone. Today we are going to be discussing the new event, part of our summer boutique pop-up series at the Hyatt Regency Conroe. And I'm so excited about this, not just because it's in Conroe, which if you've done any of our previous markets and events in Conroe, you know it's always a home run hitter. But I'm very excited because this is a brand new building. I saw it in a local magazine when they had first broken ground, and I like cut it out, put it on my bulletin board, and I'm like, we are going to be the first event in this facility. And I was hounding the corporate office. They didn't even have employees or anything. Like the day they hired their sales manager, I was on it. And so I'm very excited to announce that we are the first event that will be happening in this hotel. So very excited. I'm going to share my screen now. Hey, Karen, we're going to do a little walk around the floor plan, tell you a little bit about the venue, geography, all that good stuff, talk a little bit about move in, move out schedule. And then at the end, I can unmute you if you have any questions. So just a few photos right now. Everything is just, mock-up photos because this venue is still under construction. If you have been to the Marriott Waterway with us, as far as the convention center goes, it's about 20% smaller. So it's a little bit smaller than the Marriott. However, for parking and for consumers getting in, it's actually much easier because let's see, there we go. This is the parking lot right here, and this is the convention center entrance. So if you recall the Marriott, you kind of have to like park in a garage and take a walkway over. It's very simple and easy to get to. So mark your calendars. It's going to be Saturday, August 5th, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, we will have a Friday move-in. So we'll be doing move-in on the 4th. The hotel is getting a discount room block link for us. So if anyone's traveling from out of town and you want to stay on site, we'll have that link. And they will have a full service restaurant as well as like a snack bar inside the hotel. So speaking geography, this red dot here is where we're going. So it's located in Conroe, just north of Houston. And if you have participated in our Grand Central Park event, which is scheduled in October, it's actually in basically the same neighborhood. So this is the 45, and then this is a frontage road here. The Hyatt is right here, and you would continue going down Grand Central Park, and this lake is where we do the October outdoor market at Grand Central Park. And so it's a great area. There's not only just obviously all the people who live in North Houston and Spring, Woodlands, and Conroe, but there is a huge development right here. So right at their front door. So I know that we're going to have a great turnout there. Now let me show you guys a little reel that we made. This is on our Instagram if you want to go and watch it later if you haven't caught it. But I thought it would be kind of cool because we did get to take a tour of the building under construction. So just to give you a little idea of what it looks like. And one thing I love about when we do events at hotel convention centers is you can also find me drinking margaritas after the show, just saying. So that's always a perk of going to one of these convention centers. All right, so now let's dive into it. Let's go straight into the floor plan and what that looks like and when it will be available for sale. So here is the floor plan to give you kind of a little perspective. These doors basically at the very bottom of the photo, those are where customers will be coming in from the parking lot. So when you're looking at the map, you kind of want to think the bottom is the front of house, and then the top of the photo is the back of house. There is a loading service hallway back here, which leads to the loading dock. So the loading dock, when we're looking at this photo, would be the top right corner is where you'll be unloading your vehicles. Just like every other event, you'll be able to pull directly up to the loading dock door, trailers, all the good things. So if you are like the type of person who wants to be closest to the loading dock, then you might want to be in the junior ballroom or towards the top of the photo. If you're the type of person that like doesn't care, you just want to be in the absolute best spot, then I would definitely start here in the foyer and coming into the main ballroom because most people always gravitate towards the largest room first, and then come on in here and we have, end caps available. We have corners available. These are 10 by 30s, this like very hot purple color. And those are really great booths as well because they're discounted. They're priced as a 10 by 20, but you get an additional 100 square feet. So you get a 300 square foot booth for the same price as a 200 square foot booth. And that's just because of the odd shape. I know not everyone can pull that off. But so if it were me, I would definitely want to be either here in this pre-function hallway. You're going to have tons of natural light. So if natural light is important to your display, I would also do the pre-function. Now these are shallow booths. So they're 100 square feet, so the same size as a 10 by 10, but they are 5 foot deep and 20 foot wide. So you're going to have a wider but more shallow booth. And you do want to make sure that you can fill up that whole space. Especially clothing boutiques, they look really, really good in this type of space because you can really spread out and you get an additional 10 feet of visual frontage. So if you're like, what are you talking about, visual frontage and all of that, please go to our blog and check out our double your sales with a great display training. I'm telling you, every single person who watches it, they get value out of it. It talks about how to make more money at events just with your display without changing your product, without being a salesman and all that good stuff. All right, so back to what we're talking about. So we have these 3 doors. You come in, this kind of a lavender purple color here. This is a brand new size booth that we've never done before. So these are 10 foot wide and 15 feet deep. So you get a little bit extra space in your booth, 150 square feet. So you can merchandise more or you can use this back section for like a back of house. One thing I want to mention is, generally speaking, at big top events, we do not offer pipe and drape. That's not something that we bring in, but we do require that everyone has a backdrop. Again, if you go to that double your sales with display training, I talk a lot about backdrops, different options, DIYs, one you can purchase online, because I'm telling you, it's so important to your display to have a great backdrop. All right, so this is the main ballroom here. We go around. There are 2 doors that connect to this hallway, which is also where the restrooms are, and that connects over to the junior ballroom. We will have table spaces available in here. So these are actual table spaces. It's just a table. You can't, bring anything additional than that. And then we connect over to the junior ballroom where you see the color is yellow and oranges. So instead of having premium pricing, this is what we call standard pricing. So the booths in the junior ballroom are discounted because we do assume that it's going to get less traffic than the main ballroom. So again, it's kind of what's more important to you. I know me, when I was an exhibitor, I'm all about having the best placement. So I would go for premium. But if you are more on a budget or you don't believe placement matters for you so much, then the junior ballroom might be an option for you. These CB1, 2, 3, and 4, those are in the pre-function hallway as well, leading into the junior ballroom. And those are 5 by 10s. So they're 10 feet wide and 5 feet deep. So those are 50 square feet. It's more or less about the size of a table space booth. However, you can do other things. You can do grid walls, you can do clothing racks, you can do shelving, whatever you want there. So another option for you if you want to be in the pre-function space with all of that beautiful light. As I understand it right now, which, again, remember this hotel is under construction, so they're also getting all their ducks in a row. Wi-Fi will be free at this venue. There will be electricity drops available. We're still waiting to get the final pricing on that. But we will be able to do electricity drops here, and we'll email you out as they, as the information becomes available. Right. So we'll come back to questions and answers at the end. So if you do have a question about the floor plan, just write it down. I want to show you what we have up on the website, and then we'll be wrapping up. So I'm going to try to make this short and sweet for everybody. All right. So on the right tab here, if you go to the website, the link is bigtop.show/Conroe August. And we try to keep pretty consistent with that and keeping all of our links like the city and then the month. So if you're curious about an event, you can usually look it up that way. Brittany, if you will drop that link in the chat for us if anyone wants to grab it. But oops, Conroe August, we have the waitlist up right now. So if this is an event that you are interested in registering for, please join the waitlist because one, it helps us have a gauge of who is interested, but also we can send you specific emails and we try sometimes as much as we can to give you a little bit of early access for registration. So go ahead and drop your email in here. In the next slide, you can also subscribe to our text alerts, which if you're not subscribed to text alerts, please do because when we're live at an event and we need to spread a word about something really quickly, it's so much easier to text, as you know. So right now we have the wait list. On May 15th, this will change over to be a registration link. So this is the same link that you will go to register for the event. Once registration launches, this is what it'll look like. And I'll zoom in for everyone real quick. So just like every other registration, we have the map, which aligns with the booth. It will tell you the size of that booth, the dimensions, and the price over here. You select which booth you're interested in, and you go down and you add to cart and you check out. Just like any of our other productions, it's always first come, first reserve. So if you see a specific booth that you want, I would go ahead and jump on it and go ahead and register because we can't, like, our system doesn't allow us to hold booths. Now you'll see that a few booths are already reserved, and that's something really exciting that we'll be getting into more. We started releasing some information on social media, but we are launching a new rewards program. And so basically you'll be able to be classified as like a diamond exhibitor, a gold exhibitor, based on your loyalty, aka how many events you register for a year. And trying to remember what it's called. Is it rewards or classifications? Based on how many events you register for and what size booth. And depending on which rewards tier you're in, Brittany, help me out here. Where am I supposed to go? There we go, right here. Guys, come on. This is new for me too. Depending on which level that you're in, will open up different rewards for you. And one of those is actually getting to register early. So if you are a diamond exhibitor or a gold exhibitor, then your registration is already open and you were sent an email. Next week, we'll be opening it up for silver and bronze exhibitors. And then on May 15th, that's when it launches for everybody who is either not ranked or, someone very new to Big Top Entertainment and hasn't done any events with us. So stay tuned as we kind of fine tune that program and roll it out to you. But I did want to give you a little preview of what's to come. And that is launching very soon. You will be able to know because it'll be on the website and it'll actually be right here under the logo. So it'll be very easy for you to see, but it will show you what rank you are and it will tell you about like any registrations coming up or any details that we want to tell you as a gold versus a silver exhibitor. So don't worry, like I don't know if I'm gold or who I am. We're working on that and getting the system rolled out. You will be emailed if you are eligible for early registration. You'll be emailed. And another way you can know is when you log into your account. When you go here and you sign in and you do the thing, then all of a sudden this first tab right here will pop up and that will tell you which level you are currently at. So as of right now, that's how you'll know, but soon it will be under the logo. So I want to hand it over to you guys now. If you do have any specific questions about floor plan, layout, registration, whatever the case may be, even if it's not related to necessarily to the Hyatt, we're here for it. So I will hand it off to you. And if you guys have any questions, just let us know. I'm going